Good evening, I'm Karen Harch.
And I'm Nolan Johannes. Tonight on the news, the rain just keeps on coming.
When it's going to end.
The floodwater flows in Carbondale. I'm Kathi Belich. I'll have the story.
Plus what really happened aboard the shuttle and at the nuclear power plant.
Those stories and more next on Newswatch 16 Update.
Motorcycle daredevils take to ice.
Tomorrow at 7.
In your car, listen to Newswatch 16 on WKRZ AM 1340.
Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Joe Zone on sports. This is the Newswatch 16 Update.
Good evening. The rains keep coming.
And the rivers and streams in our area continue to rise tonight. Tom Clark is with us now with some figures that have just arrived on how high the Susquehanna River will get. Tom?
Karen and Nolan, figures just in from the Luzerne County Emergency Management, and they indicate that because of the heavier than expected rainfall over the Susquehanna watershed, that the river will crest or will be at a peak tomorrow morning of 21.5 feet. That's tomorrow morning. And then the crest will come Thursday morning, and that is projected to be 25.8 feet. Now that is a few feet above flood stage for low-lying areas near Wilkes-Barre, mostly farmland. And if indeed it gets to 25.8 feet, then Harding and Exeter Township could begin inundation from water, again mostly in low-lying areas and farmlands right along that section of the river. But the people tell me that no evacuation plans are expected with this flood crest of the river expected Thursday morning. So no need to really panic. Again, it's just the low-lying areas and farmland, Harding, Exeter Township, and down along Wilkes-Barre. Many small streams, however, across the area at or above flood stage tonight. But indications are on Skywarn radar behind me here that the rain is beginning to lighten up a little bit. And I'll have more details a little bit later on. Karen?
Okay, thank you, Tom. The rain that's been falling in northeastern and central Pennsylvania since yesterday is breaking all kinds of records, and it's causing all kinds of problems. Look closely at this. A car got stuck in a huge pool of water here on Luzerne Street in Scranton. You could just about see the car's roof. Between the rain and the runoff, the water practically submerged the car. Scranton police say the driver wasn't hurt, just a bit wet. There are pools of water all over the place tonight, and because of that, several area roads are closed.
Here are some of the major ones. In Union County, part of Route 15 is closed. In Montour County, part of Route 45 and also a section of Route 642 are both blocked off because of flooding. Also, portions of Route 54 in Montour County are closed. Route 11 between Sunbury and Northumberland County is closed. That's in Northumberland County.
Several roads in Lycoming County are closed tonight. Routes 405 and 442 near the MUNCY interchange, part of Route 44, Route 220 in Hughesville, and the Broad Street Bridge in MONTOURSVILLE all closed. And in Bradford County, sections of Route 220, Route 6 east of Wysocks, and Route 14 closed tonight because of overflowing streams.
The big problem from the rain for a lot of people all over the area tonight, flooded basements. Nightbeat reporter Kathi Belich visited some homes hit by the high water in Carbondale tonight.
This was the scene up and down Terrace Street in Carbondale, the sound of water pumps and busy firemen trying to get the water out of the basements of people's homes. The Bucci family's hot water heater and furnace are in their basement. Both were swimming in water. Rose Bucci says she was devastated. This is the first house she's ever owned.
Right now we have no heat, no hot water, and we don't know when we're going to get it back on. I just feel very upset, and I'm very nervous about it.
And down the street, the Cyclone family was battling the same problem with the help of city firemen.
We were scared. Our furnace went out, and we'd be without heat if they didn't come over and take care of it.
The firemen on the night shift were called in early to get a head start on drying out city basements.
Oh, it's not been a bad night. You know, I enjoyed in a way helping, people. I understand, the situation they're going through.
Fireman Fred Aleo and the others were expecting to be at least ankle-deep in water all night as the list of families needing help just kept growing. Kathi Belich, Newswatch 16, Carbondale.
It's not the rain, but a smell that's bothering some people in Dunmore tonight. At least a dozen families who live in the Ross Street area are complaining about a gasoline-like odor that's filling their homes. The Department of Environmental Resources has taken air samples from the homes in the hill section of Dunmore. No word yet on what's causing the smell, but some of the residents say it's making them sick. Nolan?
Karen, Pennsylvania Power and Light Company still says there's no danger from Friday's leak of radioactive water at its nuclear power plant near Berwick, but we now have more information about that leak. At first, the utility said no water left the plant. PP&L now says that some of the slightly radioactive water got outside the containment building. Officials say that water made its way to a drainage basin which leads into the Susquehanna River. But we're told none of the contaminated water got off the plant's grounds or into the river, and even if it did, there would be no health threat. This new information came to light today when PP&L did some checking around the nuclear plant in Luzerne County. NASA is also telling a different story tonight about what happened when the Space Shuttle Columbia landed last week. We knew about the computer problems that delayed the flight's landing, but what we didn't know was till today that there was a fire aboard the shuttle just 2 minutes before it landed here on Earth. The fire broke out in the back of the shuttle. You cannot see it here, but NASA now says flames burned in a small compartment with some of the extra power units standing by to operate the shuttle's landing gear. But the crew had no problems landing, and NASA says they were in no danger. Scientists think a fuel leak was responsible for the fire. The cause must be found before any shuttle can be sent back into space again.
Coming up, the local battle in the telephone war.
Magic dolls, dancing snowflakes, visions of sugar plums. The Wilkes-Barre Ballet Theater Company presents The Nutcracker. Come to the celebration with Drosselmeyer, Clara, and the Sugar Plum Fairy at the Wilkes College Center for the Performing Arts, December 26th through the 30th. For ticket information, call 824-8602. Continue a family tradition. Celebrate the holiday season at the Nutcracker.
Economists say a rise in the number of people who have jobs and a greater confidence in the economy are helping the big boost in the holiday sales. Well, one of the things a lot of people are buying this Christmas season is a telephone. It seems just about everyone is selling phones these days. Newswatch 16's Mark Davis reports from Wilkes-Barre on one local company's battle plans in the phone wars.
The telephone. Now more than ever, more people are competing for your phone dollar. And that competition has one local phone company, Commonwealth Telephone of Dallas, opening its first retail phone store. While Commonwealth has been selling phones for several years, now it has a store of its own, and the selling point here is service.
I think we offer our customers more than just products and services, many of the products which they can get elsewhere. We back all of our products up with a service commitment.
Bill Bevan of Center Moreland is one of the many phone consumers deciding whether or not he should buy his own phone. And he says for him, the phone company looks like the place to shop.
If I were to have to purchase a phone, I think probably the telephone company would be the person to go to as compared to going to a department store where they sell everything.
Well, the phone company's big selling point when it comes to phone is service. There's also department stores who sell phones. But here in Boscov's, their big selling point is selection. Bill Shorts manages the phone department at Boscov's. He says the only service he can offer is very basic.
Well, your warranty is like on any other appliance. It's usually a year, 2 years, whatever they have to offer, and then it's serviced through the manufacturer. Whereas a Commonwealth or something like that would repair them themselves.
With a number of people shopping for phones as Christmas gifts, it may come down to a decision of what's best for that individual. The best advice? Shop carefully and ask a lot of questions. Mark Davis, Newswatch 16, Wilkes-Barre.
Still ahead, we'll bring some good news about Ling Ling and Sing Sing.
But first, meteorologist Tom Clark will head out to the backyard to give us a forecast along with some more details on the flooding situation.
That's right, Nolan and Karen, quite serious in some areas, and I'm going to head outside to tell you where the storm is and when it's going to leave.
Midnight Mass live from St. Gregory's Church, Christmas Eve.
Well, it looks like a lot of people will be watching the Susquehanna River tomorrow, right, Tom?
That's right. Again, that crest coming Thursday morning at 25.8 feet. That means that farmlands and low-lying areas along the river from Wilkes-Barre on up to Harding could well become inundated by water by Thursday morning. A whopping 4 inches of rain now in the rain gauge in this backyard. In some areas of northeastern Pennsylvania, a little bit more, up towards 4.5 inches. Down towards the Cunningham area, and over 4 inches in the Poconos. Many small streams now, as I speak, at or slightly above bankful, and some streams now actually flooding out of their banks as well. Let's look at the Newswatch 16 Holiday House for a brief change of topic. There it is there, and that belongs to Pat Casaro Jr., and she lives at 101.5 Terrace Street in Carbondale, Pennsylvania, up there in Lackawanna County, and a pretty manger scene up there on the porch, and lots of electric lights blinking and flashing away as well. Now the temperature in this backyard holding at 42 degrees. Humidity 96% way up there. The wind north at 7, and the barometer 29.56 inches, and it's still falling just a bit. Now the high was 43, the low 40 so far today. Normals 37 and 24, record high 60, and that record low 2 above back in 1960. A look at sky-worn radar. This is the 30-mile sweep. Now most of this is echoes coming off the mountains. I don't see a whole lot of green and red spread over the area, which indicates to me that the rain intensity has let up a little bit as to what it was this afternoon and earlier tonight. But still a few pockets of heavy rain falling throughout northeastern Pennsylvania, but the heaviest and steadiest rain now is moving to the north very, very slowly, and I suspect that the heavy rain for the most part is over. Probably no more than about a 1/4 inch of rain for the balance of this night. Now, the Newswatch 16 color satellite photograph, there it is. There's the culprit, a major storm system off the eastern seaboard. It came up and intensified quite rapidly today over Chesapeake Bay, and then it has inched its way up into New Jersey now. But winds blowing counterclockwise around that storm at all levels of the atmosphere. It is just cut off in the atmosphere, and it's just sitting there. And as it does, it circulates very warm, moist air in off the ocean, 60-degree air, trying to work its way in over the mountains of eastern and central Pennsylvania. And the result, it's forced to rise over the colder air, and the result has been a steady, heavy rain since noon yesterday because of that storm just funneling in the moist air. It's inching its way out now. Another storm down here could bring more rain tomorrow night and Thursday morning, but that will not be as heavy as what we've had from this storm system. A look at the nowcast shows where the center of low pressure is right now at 11 o'clock off the New Jersey coast, moving very, very slowly up towards New England. There is the rain shield now. Mostly light rain and some spotty drizzle over northeastern and central Pennsylvania, all of New York. Just some drizzle down this way. The whole area, again, just moving very, very slowly out of the area. I suspect it'll taper down to just about drizzle and nothing by daybreak tomorrow. But the rain and drizzle will continue for a while yet tonight, ending towards daybreak, thank goodness. 35 or 36 or so in Carbondale, 39 in NANTICOKE, 42 Allentown, and Loyalsock, 36, where the Loyalsock Creek is now out of its banks out that way, 39 the low in Sunbury tonight. Now, a cloudy day tomorrow, rain coming in tomorrow night, as I see it now. Temperatures tomorrow will be holding, well, about the middle 40s for highs tomorrow. And then that health watch tomorrow will show a very low resistance to aches and pains because of all the dampness left over in the wake of this storm. The rain and fog tonight, dense fog in the mountains, cloudy tomorrow, more rain tomorrow night and Thursday morning, snow flurries on Friday, and Saturday night into Sunday there is a chance of a snowstorm coming in here, following the path of the one coming in from Texas now, so we'll keep an eye on that and update that for you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. But a flooding situation, low-lying areas and farmlands near the river tonight and tomorrow. But the good news is this rain will taper down and finally off tomorrow morning.
Okay,
we'll
Tom.
keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Joe's on with a look at a rare albino deer and the Wilkes-Barre School Board's decision on J.P. Mack.
A special Ukrainian Christmas Mass, Christmas morning.
Well, the decision is in on Coughlin's coach.
Yeah, we talked about it at 6 o'clock, a controversial situation. Let's take a look and see exactly what happened tonight. 16 Sports Screen has the answer for us. Right here is where it happened tonight. The Wilkes-Barre School Board meeting. After completing the interviews for the 3 Wilkes-Barre High School football jobs, the recommendation of the board.
GAR High School, Charlie Fick; Myers High School, Mickey Gorham; and Coughlin High School, John Joseph.
Fick and Gorham, no surprise, they were reinstated. But J.P. Meck, after 8 years and in the midst of controversy, was not rehired. He'll be replaced by his assistant, John Joseph.
An interview was held with Coach Meck as well as the other two applicants, and I'm sure the board felt that there were many pluses as well as minuses as far as Coach Meck and the other applicants, but in the end the majority of the school board members felt that John Joseph would be the appropriate head football coach next year for Coughlin High School.
All of this tonight just a recommendation by the board. The official vote will come next Tuesday, and at that time Coach J.P. Meck will be relieved of his head coaching job at Coughlin. High school basketball, our 9th-ranked team, Valley View, tonight, playing at West Scranton. Let's check it out. Valley View in the blue, and there's the outside shot. Number 55, right there, Bob Berghoff hits. Valley View again, number 45, Andy Trinovich to Bob Kilgallen. He hits, and he had 27 tonight. West Scranton, number 44, Tom Miner gets the offensive rebound, shoots and scores. He's fouled. Valley View wins tonight. Let's go to the scoreboard. There's a bunch. Number 3, Pottsville and Blue Mountain winners tonight in the Schuylkill League. Mount Carmel, Tri-Valley, those games postponed. Elsewhere, Shenandoah and Schuylkill Haven, the winners tonight. St. Clair, number 4, Tamaqua won. West Hazelton, Bishop Hayfie also winners. Number 7, Lourdes Regional beat number 12, Panther Valley North Schuylkill, a winner tonight. West Branch, Montoursville and Loyalsock. Also in the West Branch, South Williamsport and Lewisburg. In the northern tier, number 15, Athens won, and so did Northeast Bradford. Towanda, postponed. Waverly beat Sayre. Northern tier, still Kenton over Wyalusing. More scores in the Centennial. Number 8, Northern Lehigh won, and so did Lehighton. East Stroudsburg was postponed. Palmerton beat Notre Dame Green Palm. Bangor and Saucon Valley winners. Nazareth and Penn Argyl. High school basketball, Forest City, number 9, Valley View, the winners. Dunmore and Wyoming area, the winners. Sacred Heart and Whitney Point won. Lake Lehman, number 14, over Wallenpaupack. North Pocono and Abington Heights winners tonight. Number 13, Scranton Prep beat number 5, Nanticoke, and Crestwood tonight, also a winner. Bishop O'Reilly and Coughlin. Hanover area and Columbia Montour Votech. Number 2, Northwest won. Number 11, Carbondale lost. Lakeland and Pocono Central Catholic. Wilson and Allentown Deeriff. Number 10, Allentown Central Catholic and Whitehall. Northampton and Parkland. Chief Logan, Jersey Shore and Montgomery. State College and Danville. Berwick Millville. Shamokin Upper Dauphin. Newport Gaelton. Delaware Valley beat Eldred, New York. Wow. College basketball, Memphis State, Boston College, St. John's, top-ranked teams, they all won. NBA now, let's check the board. I can tell you that Boston and New York, Boston won that game, Atlanta beat Washington. Utah over Cleveland, Chicago beat Milwaukee. Okay, the way the weather's been the past couple of days, it's just about impossible to hunt. There is so much water in the woods, the Game Commission's getting reports of roadkill trout. The hunters aren't out, the deer aren't being harvested, so the Game Commission has added another day to the 2-day season. You'll have one more chance next Monday, the 19th. One local guy won't be worrying about another day out. Look at this rare albino deer. It was shot by Mike Connors. He was out with his brother. They got it up in Bradford County, and believe me, and you hunters know, an albino deer, very hard and rare to find. Okay, let's go to the National Hockey League scoreboard now. Islanders beat Edmonton, Pittsburgh over Hartford 3-2 there, Los Angeles over Detroit 7-3. Now the fishing game forecast for tomorrow. There are the best times, a couple of early peaks, and then a real great peak there. And this final note, Tom Brookshire will now work his final game of the year. He was quoted on the air as saying last week, Louisville has a great basketball program down there. The whole team has an IQ of about 40. This was a quote. And you thought
not a nice thing to say.
And you thought all sportscasters were smart, huh?
Yeah, right. That is our update report for this day.
Thanks for being with us. Good night.
Night.